Today's video is all centered around these sneakers here, the Jordan 4 SE Craft Photon Dust. In today's video, we're going to be covering a myriad of different topics, which do include general release information, doing a full-on review, seeing them on feet, and of course, I will be sharing with you my personal thoughts and opinions on the shoe, in addition to estimated resale prices. Beginning with the general information, the Jordan 4 SE Craft Photon Dust is set to release tentatively on February 11th of this year at a retail price of $210. This is just a $10 price bump from the standard price of a Jordan 4, which is $200. One can accurately assume that that extra $10 price point isn't necessarily here to stay or a product of inflation, but rather due to the fact that they are comprised of elevated materials. Jordan brand only uses the Craft SE nomenclature for when they want to release a special edition of a classic silhouette featuring details that can range from deconstruction, exposed materials, and of course, elevated fabrics. This is evidenced by the 1s, the 2s, the 5s, and now these 4s, as they are all based off of classic silhouettes, but given a brand new take. Now, not to spoil it too much, but if you're the type of person that is kind of like OCD when it comes to structure and symmetry, then this probably isn't going to be the sneaker for you. But with that to say, due to the fact that this is a craft shoe, you're definitely going to get a very unique pair of Jordan 4s unlike any other pair in your collection. Not to get too far ahead of myself, let's go ahead and start with the outsole and work our way upwards. From the outsole, you do get a standard Jordan 4 outsole, which is comprised of herringbone traction in multiple directions. You've got multiple colors for the outsole, which do include different hues of gray or photon dust, sail, and then of course, pale vanilla, which is actually a new colorway I've never heard of before on the forefoot as well as for the Jumpman logo. No, this pair does not have the Nike Air logo. It's actually replaced by the Jumpman. Now moving all the way through the midsole, we've got a standard Jordan 4 midsole that is comprised of polyurethane with an encapsulated air sole unit at the forefoot, as well as a shown or exposed air sole unit here at the window. Now, at this juncture of the video, you might be thinking to yourself, Paul, this is just another pair of Jordan 4s. It's kind of boring. I assure you things are about to get a bit more interesting, as the upper is really where the mainstay is and what really makes this shoe so unique. The Jordan 4 Craft SE Photon Dust definitely lives up to its name, beginning with the upper, as it is comprised of multiple fabrics, different textures of suede that is pretty nice quality. You've got smooth leather throughout, in addition to different levels of cracked leather. You've got this like very unique cut and sew element. I do think that this is going to be a polarizing topic for many, as it kind of creates that illusion that it is comprised of multiple pieces. For example, on the toe box, you have like stitching that goes through it, kind of giving you an extra layer of detail, pretending as if this is not one piece of suede, not necessarily serving a purpose, but more so for the aesthetic or living up to that craft name. And you'll actually find that detail going throughout the upper of the shoe, not just on the suede, but also on the leather. Whether or not that's something you're into, I think we can all agree on the fact that this shoe was very meticulously crafted, no pun intended, because all throughout you just have so much contrast. It's almost as if it's like an omelet shoe or something like that, because there's so many layers of fabric. Shoe is predominantly photon dust all the way throughout, with different pops of that pale vanilla that we saw on the outsole on the upper, or more specifically those TPU net where you attach the laces, as well as on the back of the tongue. and Jumpman logos. Another detail that does complement the fact that this shoe is definitely crafted differently is the fact that they did elect to remove the net that we commonly see from Jordan 4s, almost creating the illusion that there was previously a net there, and it being removed and leaving the residue of the embossed suede. Of course, this is merely illusion. There was never a net there, but I do think this is a really cool extra layer of storytelling with regard to this shoe. Overall, this is such a unique take on the Jordan 4, and it's a clean one at that. I do want to emphasize the concept of it being clean. This shoe can potentially go with and ultimately complement pretty much any outfit. Now, on the topic of being wearable, do you guys want to see a video of me styling this shoe? As you guys know, anytime I bring in early sneakers, I tend to do an all-inclusive styling video. If you guys want to see that, be sure to like today's video and subscribe to my channel with notifications on so you don't miss it. But also, I need you to comment down below that you guys want to see it. But with that, to go ahead and wrap things up and share with you my opinions on this shoe has a ton of potential to be one that you can add to your wardrobe and be happy that you did. But in addition to that, it'll separate itself from other 4s that you may have, and one that I could potentially see holding a little bit of value. As of this moment, pre-release, they are going for right around $450, and I do anticipate that number dropping predominantly in the beginning, but slowly rising back up again, which does transition us over to what I believe resale is going to look like on these shoes. Now, this is not business advice. I'm probably one of the worst predictors of sneaker resale ever, so just take this with a grain of salt. This is my opinion. I can see this shoe going for right around $350. I think that people are going to gravitate to this shoe just because it is fairly unique, but in addition to that, the colorway is very, very clean. And I think that when it's all said and done, that's one of the most important signs for a sneaker to perform really well in the resale market. But that is going to do it for today's review on the Jordan 4 SE or Special Edition Photon Dust Craft. Let me know what you guys think about these sneakers in the comment section down below. Of course, do let me know if you guys want to see that styling video. And as always, it is a major privilege to get to serve you through making content. I say it time and time again, and I mean it every single time, so I won't stop saying it. Until next upload, I'm going to say peace and be blessed.